Welcome back to the anime list of all time. We're at number 10. We're finally at the top 10 animes of all time. And boy do we have ourselves a doozy here. We have number 10 is Bento. Now, you might be wondering why is Bento at number 10 if Assassination Classroom, all the rest of the animes that 11 through 15 are behind Bento, even though they have more episodes. Most of them have more episodes than Bento. But Bento, I think that the main reason why I put it number 10 is because of the fact that if Bento came out in 2014, okay, so it's like only 6 years old. Man, I feel fucking old watching this shit. But the main reason why I think that I love Bento so much is because of the fact that it got me back into anime. Because back in 2013 and 2014, I was in a period of time of just working. And I was just replaying all the animes that I loved back in the day, like from 2013 to below. Then I watched Bento, and I'm like, this is interesting. I love this anime. And that's why I put it at number 10. Because of the fact that it got me back into anime, even though I love anime to death. From 2013 to 2014, I was at a point where I didn't want to watch anime at all. I'd rather just zone out and play video games. But because of Bento, it made me want to go back and watch newer animes. I did not watch that much animes from that time until I watched Bento. And I always have a heart spot for Bento, and that's the main reason why I consider this at the top 10 list. Excuse me. Now, why does it not? It's good to a point, but the main problem is the fact that the only reason why it's not higher on the list is because it's too simple and to the point. Pretty much, Bento, if you must know, is a grocery store where what is it called? One of those guys that put out bento boxes at the grocery store. They put tags on them for lower the prices. The funny thing is the fact that when he goes back into the back room, they decide to beat the shit out of each other until they grab one. Once you grab one, they can't hurt you, which is honorable. It has its honorable code where if you grab a bento box while you're getting your ass kicked, you can't get touched. That being said, though, I think that's the most honorable thing ever, but it's the most stupidest thing ever because of the fact that there are some characters that make no fucking sense. You got a fat lady who they call the boar because she likes to use a shopping cart and try to best her. And then you got the swarm or the herd or whatever the fuck it's called. It's pretty much a bunch of sports athletes who want to get the bento boxes. I think it's fucking hilarious. Now then, the main character has also a side character where she doesn't come into. She doesn't really do that much. She's just a side character. She and him want bento boxes, and they need to find out how to do the code right. The funny thing is the fact that they like to beat the shit out of each other just because of that reason. All right. There's also a character that is called the Ice Witch. What the fuck am I watching? She beats the living hell out of him the first episode and the second episode, which is fucking hilarious. I find it hilarious and find it awesome, but the funny thing is the fact that the main character has a girl with glasses who the class president has a crush, or the school president has a crush on her. So she tries to bring her back to her side instead of hanging out with the pervert. By the way, why I say pervert, you may ask, because the main character gets the nickname pervert by his peers who are beating the shit out of each other. What the fuck am I getting myself into? There are girls with big boobs in this anime, but they do, this, that, and the other thing. The main reason why this is at number 10 and barely beats out Assassination Classroom is the last two characters, okay? I don't know if they're geniuses or like fucking psychos, but when you use one of those, those baskets that you get from a grocery store where you put food in there, put groceries in the basket so you can carry around. Well, instead of carrying around groceries, they decide to use them as weapons. Like, what the fuck? And they it's two twins that do it, and they like fucking double team everyone, and so it's like unfair. Like, what the fuck am I doing? I I think it's a hilarious anime, and you should highly recommend you watch it. That being said, though, this was at a point where I did not want to watch anime anymore, but it got me back into it, and I really appreciate it. That's why it's at number 10. It will always be at number 10, unless that happens again, which it won't, because I'm investing myself into anime. Bento will always be one in the top 10s no matter what happens. If another anime is greater than number 10 Bento, I'll move it at number 9, drop number 9 to the number 11, then I move everyone else down. That's my opinion. I love Bento to death, and it's really fucking good. It will always be at number 10 because of that reason. I have a really good reason. I did a review of it, by the way. It's in the description down below. And I did say that it's in my top 10 animes. And it's barely on the list. Barely in top 10 because I think that the next 9 animes on the list are really fucking good. Now then, on to number 9. Number 9 will be the last sports anime on the list. Yes, number 9 is the last sports anime. You might be wondering, well, why the fuck? Because I'm a sports fanatic. I like sports. I like the NHL mostly, and then football, and then baseball. Basketball's last. I don't like fucking basketball. It's too fucking rigged. But this will be the last sports anime on the list. Note to self, the next anime on the list will be the last anime that's a sports anime, and it's also the last anime that is still fucking going. This anime is still going. I think it's on its 5th season. But with that being said, though, I hope you guys have a nice and it's also a Shonen Jump anime, so look forward to that. But Bento deserves the number 10 spot honorably and just figuratively. I think you highly recommend you watch it. If you want my full opinions of Bento, I'll leave a link in the description of my review because it deserves to be watched. I think it's one of the best food animes that I've ever watched. Better than fucking Food Wars, because even though Food Wars has cooking stuff, this has people beating the shit out of each other for that food, which is, I think it's more entertaining than fucking cooking food where people have orgasms. Eating the food and then they have orgasms. That's the main reason why Bento beats out Food Wars. But with that being said, though, because I like a fight. I always liked fighting when it comes to anime. Especially when it's a bunch of high school kids that just want bento boxes. But yeah, I hope you guys have a nice positive day. Keep smiling. Have a nice day. Tomorrow will be the last. Tomorrow will be number 9, which will be the last sports anime, the last show. Well, not the last show. It'll be the last sports anime and the last anime that's still going on. Because I'm watching the 5th season as we speak of the next anime on the list. But with that being said, though, I hope you guys have a nice positive day. Take care and always stay positive.